Hello, this is my first vlog, I suppose, if you want to call it. I'm just going to drive to an appointment I have and see which stupid idiots are out on the road today. It's a bit cool, it's winter in Australia. And this time we're doing this without any music, so it's going to be boring as all hell, I'm sure. Can't see. Oh well. Sorry, anyone. Ah, dear, dear. Still can't see out my side window. I wish I was driving over the 8. This is the first time I've used this dual camera feature, so we'll see how it goes. I'm recording on my Samsung Galaxy S4. If it appears shaky, it's because I'm using a cheap Chinese type camera holder for my windscreen mount. So yeah, don't blame me, blame the Chinese. Not sure where this mount actually came from, I just know it's very unstable, unsuitable for video recording, but since I'm unemployed, I can't really afford much, so I have to do with what I've got, which is not much. I will be buying a dash cam later on though, so much later on, most likely, after a couple of months of savings, so I can afford a new dash cam. I've already picked it out and all that sort of jazz. Got to give way to these pedestrians. Make sure they're clear. And off we go. And power! Better be careful, because cops tend to patrol the area. And yes, it is 50 all along here, so I'm putting up more street signs around this area because there are problematic people doing things they shouldn't be doing. Like it says, no stopping there, and people stopping. You shouldn't be stopping near a corner anyway, but people do, particularly there. 129. Yeah. Oh, and it's 70 along here. And if anyone's wondering, I am on my P plates. Green peas, got a couple of months until I go on to my opens around October, November. So it would be preferable not to get caught doing something prohibited. All these bloody SUVs with a pink number plate, please. But sometimes we do see a Maserati or a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a Porsche. Tons of Porsche SUVs around. So they're not all that impressive anymore. By the way, there are a lot of lights. We just passed one set, and the second set's just up here. Then there's another set after that, I think. At least one more set, and then we have to turn off at the bridge and go underneath it to go to ride. That's RYDE to those that are unfamiliar with northern eastern type suburbs and northern western type suburbs. of Sydney. Motorcycle, well, this car, he's not even pulled up to bloody sensors on the fucking road. Oh yeah, I do curse a lot, I swear, like a mother flipping sailor. If you don't like it, well, you'll have to tell me down below in the comments and all that sort of jazz. If you do, well, I don't give a flying fuck. Either way, I don't give a flying fuck, really. YouTube standards, though. And yes, I'm wearing a beanie because I did something bad to my hair back home. I did trim some hair up and make it all nice and even, and took a chunk of hair out of my bloody hair. Usually I try to keep it number 4 all the way around, but then I forgot to put the number 4 blade back on, so you do the math. And if you're interested in what kind of car I'm driving, it's a Holden Commodore VY Series 2 3.8 litre V6. An Australian car, German designed and American muscle. And yes, in this particular case, the bus has a right of way because of the bloody traffic lights, the B light. I love it when third gear kicks in. And to the American people, yes, it's a rear-wheel drive car, but it still uses the 4L60E transmission. I've also got Dunlop's Goodyear's Eagle F1 directional tyres. Pretty good, I must say. Pretty good. Considering I'm unemployed, the whole set cost me about $600. So yeah. I certainly couldn't afford 1,000. 250 for the asymmetrical. The really good sports tyres. I'd consider these sort of semi-sports daily type wheel. And to all those other people that might be upset that I'm running an automatic transmission, I would prefer a manual. But getting these cars in a manual well exceeds my costs. I picked this thing up for $1,200. It was marked down because the seller was trying to sell it to a young lady, but she didn't rock up yet. Anyways, he marked it down from $1,800 or something like that. So, but when I had rung it home, I had to put $1,000 worth of work done on it. New steering whack, rear suspension, shock absorbers I should say, and a few other niggly little things, most of which I probably could have done by myself, but I decided not to. And this place is notorious for its stops and starts and all that sort of stuff, so to be honest, I couldn't tell any real major difference with the transmission, except it seems a bit heavier now. I've got a Holden Commodore VT. This is a 2003 model. The VT is a 98 model. It was built in 97, August 97, but it's a 98 model. And yes, we have these school zones here where we've got to slow down to 40 k's. And yes, there's speed cameras here. Sorry for the interruption. I think that is because I'm running low on space, quite possibly. There's a 10-minute limit. Oh, for crying out loud. I'll have to use a different app, I think. But anyway, I was talking about the school zones here and how we've got to go down to 40 k's and the red lights. Quite a number of red light cameras and speed cameras along here, so best to play it safe. And yes, I do tend to leave a large gap in front of me. Yes, it is annoying when people cut me off when they angle their car in front to try and squeeze in front of me in traffic, but I would rather play it safe under most circumstances, considering how unpredictable Sydney's traffic is. Not that it's predictable anywhere else, it's just a thing. A slope. Oh yeah, that's right, we're in a 40k zone. School must be back or something. For about 2 weeks or so, the school zone lights haven't been lighting up, so I don't know if it was just this area that was lighting up, or whether it was the other area near home where it wasn't lighting up. I don't know, but anyway, doesn't matter. If they light up, go 40. If they don't light up, go 70. Well, the speed limit for that particular area or road. I don't exactly advocate speeding. Definitely not street racing. If you want a street race, go to a fucking proper track. Everyone seems to be behaving themselves today, at least in front of me. They must know I'm recording. Sometimes I'll put the camera, the phone up on my windscreen and pretend like it's recording, but I know they didn't seem to act like I wasn't recording, so. Then we got, let's see, I got a truck and a truck and a bus and a truck. Oh, fucking hell. And another couple of, no, there's a bus over there and another truck. Oh, Jesus. I chose the wrong time. It's 9:30. No, not 9:30. My appointment's at 9:30. 9:13 a.m. Another 129 per litre for fuel. 129, what's that one? It's usually cheaper than the other one, but growth. There was a growth over the top of it, so I couldn't see it. Oh, it doesn't matter, I would see it on the way back anyway, unless I go down that road. Be interesting to go down that road because there's more careless people, I suppose. Seems to be a bit of sunshine dispersing in the back and behind me, so we'll have to see how that goes. So, like I said, this thing only records every 10 minutes. Only 10 minutes. At least my car is relatively clean anyway. Now, how many traffic lights have we passed? Have you been counting? Oh, there's 3 on the other main road, then there's that one, then we've got these ones up ahead, then we've got the ones behind that, the ones behind that, so, what, 6, 7 lights? And we've only gone, well, it's about 9 k's to where we're going, so not that far. And if your American people are getting confused by our measurements I'm sure someone in the comments will be more than happy to educate you. Although the 35 mile zone you have over there is around the same as our 60k zones here, so bingo another place. I certainly don't want this tanker in front of us to evacuate its contents. These lights do take a very long time. I probably should have gone the other way, but never mind, we can take that way on the way back. Orange light. And we're gonna go down here and ride around here. Thank God for new tyres. The tyres I had on here were very sketchy. Mind you, the tyre, yeah, I put the rims on that was on the VT onto this car, and yeah, they were very sketchy. The car would slide a lot. Looks like I've got to do a bit of walking today with my creaky knee. Can I park over there? Probably could park over there. The whole one on reverse parallel park. This might have to do because I've got to go all the way back there. The intersection that was back there. Then I've got to walk up that bloody hill and, you know, go around the corner, and then I'm there ready for my appointment. But I don't have to be there until 9:30. We got here a little too early, so I could, by all means, go and reverse parallel park over in that particular spot, or I could just sit here with a netbook. But I don't have any Wi-Fi or internet, so oh well. Well, for now I'll say adieu. Okay, we're back in action. I adjusted some of the settings on my phone. Let's get this started. We'll see how this goes. Just put in anti-shaking. Turn on anti-shaking on the camera app. I'm going to have to get a new app that doesn't have a 10-minute bloody limit on dual camera setups. But let's see if we can find some bad driving. If we can't, we might have to create some. No, don't ever intentionally be a bad driver. Sometimes I'm a little strict obeying the road rules, and sometimes I'm not. I'm a bit wacky. But I know there are bad drivers around here. One time, a little old lady drove down the wrong side of the damn road. Right in front of me. Unfortunately, my camera wasn't on at the time, so oh well. She completely missed her turn off, and well, she drove down my side of the road because she missed her 2 fucking lanes. She drove down the road because she didn't want to go over the island that was running down the road, so she turned down a side street at the next intersection. Both intersections that she went through were both had lights, so I don't know how she managed to mess it up so badly. Then she had the nerve to stop right in front of me, flash her lights, then go around me. I had no idea what the hell she was doing, so I sat there in her fucking road. So I say it was a little old lady, and her passenger didn't seem to be overly distraught by the event, so it seems like a fairly regular occurrence to me. That being said, If it was me, I would have taken my license away. But then again, I'm not the law. Again, we are with no music, and this truck wants to get into our lane, and he indicated before I got down his side, so that's a good thing. Oh, and a jackass VW. Oh well. He probably wants to go to that shop, so he'll probably go down the turn off to the parking, which is just up here. I also adjusted the height of the, yeah, see what I mean? I adjusted the height of the camera as well, so... Anyway, let's go down here so we can find some bad drivers. I also understand that the angle that the camera is on isn't suitable to see the entire road. Like I said, I'll be getting a dash cam, which costs about $180 sometime in the future. That is if these videos get enough likes. We'll see. I'm not one that's overly used to talking on my road trips, and if you prefer me not to talk so much, I would be more than happy to comply. And some of you are wondering if I'm intentionally trying to be intellectual. I am not. This is just me. Some of you will undoubtedly get to know. Of course, I'll probably do other videos, like gaming videos, in particular retro gaming, very retro gaming. Maybe some Kinect videos, maybe some other stuff. Because I'm an IT guru, as people tend to call me. I don't call myself a guru. People call me gurus and an IT genius and all that jazz. So I paid no real attention to it. But I'm also into photography, astrology, and all that sort of stuff, and as well as electronics. Funny story, that one. But yeah, essentially I got into electronics when I was at Scouts and created a doorbell, so. But I'm also technically minded, so computers, electronics, science in general, physics perhaps. Comes a bit easier to me since I like puzzles, and so I'm not trying to gloat or anything. It's just me. I'm just trying to introduce myself to you. Hi, my name's Logan. A little too much power. It's a 60k zone, and up to 60k, 65k, so not too big of a deal. I don't know if you can hear the engine revving, but yeah, you get that a lot. Yeah, ended up 70k, so they wanted past me no matter the cost. Unfortunately, they had a running start, I didn't. And normally, the most sensible thing to do is just to slow down a little bit, let me pass the cars, and then go around the cars as per usual. But no, a lot of these people will speed up, cut you off, irregardless of safety, and then proceed to drive like they normally would. It's particularly common in these areas where they park on the side of the road in a two-lane road. Like there's not really a lot of no parking signs along here, but it is a major road. So people parking on the side of the road is quite a pain. And I thought this fellow was stopping at the intersection because that's what they do. They indicate for half a mile and then, yeah, could have waited. I probably should have waited. But yeah, I'm going around this corner, but there's usually a huge lineup in peak times mainly to go around this corner. And I was probably a little bit too busy talking to you guys. Oh, he finally put his indicator on. Yeah, I could have gone through, I know, but I prefer to err on a slight side of caution. Yeah, definitely could have went then. So I'll go after this full drive. Let me go down here. That's a mechanic I went to when I got my steering rack replaced and all that sort of jazz. So they were going to offer me tyres, but they're going to offer me necks and tyres at $115 for 16-inch rims. So I was a bit considering I'm probably a wee bit heavy on the accelerator usage and stuff like that. Those sorts of tyres don't usually last a long time. They work fine for my mum in her Nissan Pulsar, but because of lower mass and stuff like that, whole range of equations and variables. But this area here is a 50k zone. A lot of bike riders and pedestrians. Although I don't usually see a lot of pedestrians, you do usually come across a lot of bike riders along here. The other thing you do come across a lot is slowpokes. They go around corners at like 5k, so they hold up traffic. Which can be quite a pain in the ass if you're just going, you know. And I have no idea where I was up to, so we shall see if it gets uploaded at all. So it seems like the 10 minutes were up for dual recording, which is very annoying. So it's either that or it had a brain fart, so you know, I'm almost home. And I'll have to edit this video. If anyone asks what I use to edit my videos, it's FFmpeg. No big mystery there. IT Guru, FFmpeg, do the math. Anyway, I shall now say arrivederci.